Soul and salutations, Simmers, and welcome to the Simmers Digest podcast, a companion to the Simmers Digest magazine. I am Technobabble, your host on this audio exploration, guiding you through the vast and fantastic community that makes up The Sims, hoping to help you discover someone new, learn a little bit more about some of your favorite creators, and highlight all of the amazing people who make up our community. So, you may be asking yourselves, why start a podcast, Technobabble? And I will tell you, I have always been fascinated with podcasts, and I thought it would be fun to create a Sims-based podcast. I went out searching for a Sims-based podcast, and every one I came across was either no longer in production or only had a couple episodes. And since one of the main goals of the Simmers Digest magazine is to help support all Simmers, I thought this would be a great venue for me to merge my passion of The Sims and curiosity about podcasting into one fantastic place to help support and highlight more community members and Simmers. So sit back, turn your volume up to 11, and let's get ready for the very first episode of the Simmers Digest podcast. It seems that now would be as good a time as any to introduce myself to you all and give you a brief bit of history. I am Technobabble. I have been hooked on The Sims ever since the original game when I was introduced to it while visiting my brother when he was in college. He had a copy of the game and let me play it on his desktop, while my parents looked over his dorm room and chatted before we went out to eat. From that moment on, I was hooked. For Christmas that same year, my brother made me a bootleg copy of the game. That quickly blossomed into me saving all of my money to invest in each new expansion pack as they came out. I had to have them all. I spent much of my youth exploring and creating worlds wrapped around the Making Magic expansion pack. I loved playing the game, creating both buildings, homes, families, stories, and even entire worlds. As time progressed and the new Sims 2 came out, I upgraded and played loads with custom content, and thoroughly borked my game a few times. When Sims 3 came out, I was excited to start anew and try my best not to overwhelm my desperately underpowered machine at the time. Fast forward to today, and here I am, an avid Sims 4 player. I own many of the extras, game packs, stuff packs, etc., but not all of them. I play all of my games CC-free, mainly due to the nightmare I lived when I borked my Sims 2 out of existence, and I even host my very own YouTube channel with loads of LPs, a few build videos, and a handful of Create a Sims videos. So how did I get here, making a podcast about the amazing community members that make up The Sims? As I mentioned before, I have had a fascination with podcasts for some time, and the tools are now available that allow me to create a podcast with limited knowledge and with limited resources. My passion for The Sims 4 grew from consuming copious amounts of hours of YouTube to creating my own YouTube channel to showcasing a weekly watchathon on my Twitter account to realizing that I wanted to give more back to the community that I love so much. Ergo, the Simmers Digest magazine was created, and from that, a Twitter account, a Tumblr, and so much more, leading right to this here podcast. Now that you know a little bit about me, how about I introduce you to the format of the show and a little bit more of what to expect each week. Now, I am, of course, perpetually looking for ways to improve the work I start, so please bear with me as I attempt to piece together a podcast highlighting Simmers creations, ranging from builds to videos, Simmer features to gallery walks, and more. I hope you enjoy it, and I am excited to get to know each of you along the way. If you are looking for an amazing Sims-based community to join, then look no further than the Sims Forever 4 Gizmo Discord group. This fantastic group of Simmers are from all over the world and explore all variations of the Sims franchise. The group has a vibrant chatting lounge and several areas to discuss and share your amazing content, as well as hosting regular challenges, fun giveaways, tutorials, and so much more. Join today by downloading the Discord app on your phone or checking it out right from your computer. Just search for SIMSFOREVER, the number 4, GIZMO, or send a tweet to Simmers Digest asking for the invite link, and we will send it to you today. Join the almost 200 members today and surround yourself with fun, amazing individuals who all enjoy The Sims as much as you do. It only seems fitting to walk you through a few more introductions, mainly to the format of the podcast and what you can expect to get here. My tentative plans for the first few episodes are to share with you some of the highlights and events that take place within the digital pages of the Flipboard magazine and Tumblr. Mainly, I'm looking to introduce you to new Simmers, their videos, streams, galleries, etc. The format of the show will follow each week, I hope. A Simmer feature, Let's Watch series, gallery pick of the week, news, interviews, and of course, a whole lot of wiggle room to learn and develop a podcast that you will hopefully enjoy. So what are each of these items and how do they pertain to you? Well, for one, the Simmer feature is an interactive space I put together and share via Twitter, which highlights a Simmer, introducing you to either a brand new person to check out or even possibly highlighting you. My goal with this feature is to share your awesomeness with the world, whether you be a streamer, YouTuber, or even just someone who enhances the community via other means. The Let's Watch series is a series I started on the Simmers Digest Tumblr and is much like a book club, but instead of reading books and talking about it, we collectively go and view a Simmers YouTube channel, pick out a handful of videos to watch, and watch them, leave comments, and share the link to their channels on our own social medias. Many people have shared how absolutely fantastic this series is for discovering new Simmers, or a series from a favorite Simmer that they've not yet come across. On the flip side, the Simmer whose series is featured has seen their views and comments go up on the selected videos that we're checking out. The goal here is to create a positive experience for both the viewer and the creator and help share each other's amazing creations. Gallery picks are something new to me. I know that there are so many creators in our community who do not post videos or host live streams of their creations, and that's totally okay. So I thought that a gallery pick of the week would be a fun way to put the spotlight on a builder or cast creator from our gallery. If there is Sim news, I am certain that I will not be the first person to share it, but I do like talking about The Sims and sharing any updates I'm hearing or reading about from other amazing Sims news outlets like Llama News, the Sims community page, and a plethora of tweets from the fantastic Sim gurus. So if I hear about something, I will share it here as well as add it to the digital magazine. As far as interviews go, I am looking to entertain something new with this podcast. I'm hoping to be able to have some recorded interviews of myself and Simmers here on the podcast. Occasionally, I may just have to read off an interview that I've had with a Simmer, with their permission, of course, via Twitter or other social networks. But I think it'd be super fun for you as well as me to host them here on the podcast and give us a chance to get to know more members of our amazing community. I hope that this first episode of Introductions has at least piqued your interest. If so, be sure to subscribe to the podcast via your favorite podcatching app. Just search for Simmers Digest. I know that over time the podcast will be made available in more venues, and until it is available in all of the major podcasting locations, I will also host it on the Simmers Digest Tumblr, which can be found at simmersdigest.tumblr.com. Be sure to follow Simmers Digest on Twitter. You can also find us on Facebook under Simmers Digest. That's SIMMERS DIGEST. Until next time, dag dag, and have fun playing.